Hi everyone, Miss Joelle here for a Tech Tip Tuesday. Today I'm going to be talking about how to use Nearpod to either edit or find or create lessons. This can be a really great option for teachers who are going to be teaching students virtually and in class, because having everything on a Nearpod will allow your students who are at home and your students who are at school using a Chromebook to access the same slide presentation and interact with each other. So I highly recommend Nearpod. And we were very lucky, and our school purchased a premium account. So when you do go to nearpod.com, you will have to sign in with Google and create an account through your school email. If you don't do that, you won't have access to all of the lessons. So once you sign in, if you're in My Library, you're going to want to explore the Nearpod Library, or you can search here, Nearpod Library. And what that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to search lessons that have already been created. So, for example, let's do the Women's History Month. I just see it here, but you can type in any topic and there's literally anything. So, like, for example, if I'm talking about world history, I can be as specific or as vague as I want, and it'll give me which like grades this Nearpod is specified for. Um, so you can go into them and kind of play around. But I'm going to go back to the library and I'm going to do this Women's History Month slide. And you're going to see that this is a K through 12. So let's do women's rights and history. So if I click on the lessons, inside here, this was kind of like a group, and it showed, I think it said there were 12 lessons. So there's different lessons within here. So I'm going to choose one that's a 6 through 12. So maybe we do women in computer science. So I can go ahead and click on the lesson. And what this is going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to preview the lesson. So I can go through and I can look at exactly what this lesson is going to be. And I can play it exactly like I would with the students. So this one has a video that's 6 minutes and 15 seconds. And it does look like that there's actually questions embedded in here. So as they're watching the video, it'll stop when it gets to this and it'll have them answer a little question about the video. And then I can scroll through. Was the video you just watched a window, a mirror, or both? Why? So this is a pin board, so students will be able to all pin their answers. And here's a poll that the students will be taking. So which of the following aspects of your identity did you think about during today's activity? Select all that apply. So you can kind of go through and preview what you want. Now, if you want to use this lesson, but maybe you want to change some things, you're going to click Show in My Lessons. And what that's going to do is that is going to make a copy for you. So now this is my copy. I can go ahead and click Edit down here. If I want to keep the original, which I usually do just in case I want to reference it for anything, I'm going to duplicate it. And now you can see I have the ability to edit every single slide. So right here, as I was scrolling through, you saw that there was an interactive video, a collaborative board, a poll. If I had continued, there was a draw it lesson. There's always a thank you slide and a credit slide. So I always like to delete the thank you slide because I don't need to thank the Nearpod people. So what I can go through here is I can make changes. So like, for example, in the poll, if I wanted to edit this slide, I can double click on it. And now I can edit aspects of the question, or if I didn't like the selections, I could add anything here or change any of the selections there. I can select if I want students to be able to choose more than one. I could add a picture to go with this. I could set a timer so students are timed. So whatever I would want to do, I can make changes and click Save. If I really liked all of these slides, but I just wanted to add more, because this is a really short lesson, maybe I want to add some additional content from my specific class, whatever I'm teaching, I can click Add Content and Activities. And you have two choices. You can add content, which would be a video, a slide that you can just type information on. I'll show you that in a second. Anything from the internet. Vocabulary is linked with this, which is amazing. And they have really, really fun videos that you can use for different topics. You can do a VR field trip where it'll use Google Earth and it'll literally take the kids on a field trip to whatever location you want. Anyway, there's tons of options here. Or if you want interactive content, you would select activities. And now you can select all of these different types of activities, polls, collaborative boards, Flipgrid, which is one of my favorite things of all time. Maybe I'll do another tutorial sometime on Flipgrid. You can add a quiz, you can do matching, memory test, whatever you want to do. The collaborative board is one of my favorites because it pins all of the student responses. And I'll show you an example of that in a second. So you can add whatever you would want to add. So let's say if you wanted to add a collaborate board, you could enter the topic, your description, what you want the board to actually look like, and click save. I didn't add anything, so we'll see. Yeah, it still let me. You can change the order of things. So my collaborate board I put at the end, but maybe I want to put it after the poll here. You can drag and drop, all that good stuff. So you can edit all of these lessons, and I am telling you, there are some really, really, really incredible lessons on here for your specific content. Like I said, I typed world history before, but maybe I want to type ancient Egypt. Oh, I accidentally searched in mine. I wanted to search the Nearpod Library. So ancient Egypt, here are a ton of Nearpods. There's like all the way from second grade. This one is, you can see more focused on middle school because sixth grade is ancient Egypt. But you look how you can keep going and going and going. And here's a 9th through 12th on ancient Egypt. This one has the Nearpod virtual reality. I'm going to show you this one because it's so cool. Let's see if we can get to the VR slide. Oh, you can also add multiple documents on a slide like this if you needed to upload anything to your slides. And again, you can see this one's a huge presentation. It's 29 slides long. So you can edit it, you can add things, you can delete things, etc. But I want to show you the VR because it is the coolest, especially when you're studying history and you want to go to places. Here it comes, the virtual tour. So we're going to look at some ancient ruins, and you can see it's going to, there's a couple stops on this. So I'm going to go to ancient Egypt first. And now check this out. I'm at the pyramids. You can let your kids walk around. You can have them go inside. Where'd it go? Come on. Other way. Other way. Other way. There we go. Ah, too far. Anyway, you can have them go inside the monuments if that is available. Here it is, inside the hall. So you can just let them explore and have so much fun and be able to actually see what some of these places look like in 360 views. So super cool. Okay, I know this video is getting long. The last thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back to my account. Sorry, I do that by clicking Nearpod over here. So again, if you want to explore, you explore the Nearpod library over here. But if you want to just create your own and start from scratch, you literally can just create a lesson, or you can even link Nearpod to Google Slides. If I'm creating a lesson though, all that happens is it pops up just like this. And just like I was editing before, now I can add content. I can, let me show you the written slides. I can create a slide here where I add any sort of uploads from my computer. I can change the layout. So if I want like 4 sections, so I wanted to put pictures, or if I don't want a picture, I would just do text and I can start typing. You can do different themes that are already kind of set up for you. They're kind of basic, but all sorts of great stuff. So you can create whatever you would like to create. You can upload if you need like PDFs within your slide presentation. You can do all of that, and all you have to do is title it and click Save and Exit when you are done, and that will be in your Nearpod library. Let me also show you really quickly. So if you come over here to reports, this is where you can get the report of your students' work after the fact. So for example, I'm going to go into my tutoring session here. I can see that most students answered everything. I can go to the poll. So this is the responses to the poll. So I can see the student responses, and I can see the general overall class responses. And then same thing with the collaborative board. So on the collaborative board, I can view what my student responses were. So I'll show you, this is kind of what that looked like. So students were responding, and you can even see that students can like each other's responses, which is a really cool feature as well. So again, this is a really great option if you have students who are in virtual and at-home learning. It's a really good blend of the two, so those students can all be interacting with each other through the Nearpod. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any other Nearpod questions, please feel free to reach out, and I would be more than happy to set up a session and kind of help you create your own or edit one or whatever you need help with. So hope you enjoyed, and see you next week.